If there's an area that you'd like to see improve, you have first to pin it down and to know what it is, right? And you have to know, okay, I'm weak at comping, playing chords, and I would like to be better when I play chords behind a sax player. Well, here you go. From that point, you can decide on what materials and what topics you will try to practice in order to get this thing better. On the other hand, it could go by experience, but I doubt that by just going through the motion again and comping for a sax player all the time that you'll get better. You're most likely to repeat the same mistakes. So you need focus and you need planning ahead what you're about to do, and you need to, what your weaknesses are.
Welcome to Jazz Guitar Lessons, where we help guitarists learn jazz faster, express themselves more fluently, and have fun along the way. My name is Mark, and if you're looking to learn jazz, form better practice habits, and especially if you enjoy a French accent, make sure to subscribe.
Here we go. So today I wanted to discuss a little bit about practicing, really a quickie one, and I wanted to see if we could analyze The Shadow of Your Smile, the great tune by Johnny Mandel. So let's start off by talking about practicing. In fact, I just want to discuss a problem a lot of people have. It's either they get discouraged or they say, I do this and it's not giving me anything in return. I spend time, or when I do spend time, I don't know what I'm doing and I just pick up the guitar and play the same old things. So I wrote an article on the website called 5 Ways to Create Practice Time. So you should really seek that. That's if you don't have enough time to practice yourself, or if you think you could prop up your schedule a little bit to have more time. But in the case that you have time to practice, in the case that you would like to see what you could do more, the main advice I can give you is make sure you are focused. And before you even pick up the instruments in your hands, make sure that you know what you're about to do, basically. You should have, even if it's for 15 minutes, I'll do 10 minutes of this and 5 minutes of this, the other thing, and 5 minutes of playing freely. This is most magical advice you can get. If you next time you pick up your instrument and you sit down and you're not in the habit of knowing what you're about to do, and suddenly now you know what you're about to do, you'll see almost magical improvements. Also, there's a lot of resources on the web that can show you how to schedule and how to create a routine. And I'm sorry to say, but this all relates to your weaknesses. If there's an area that you'd like to see improve, you have first to pin it down and to know what it is, right? And you have to know, okay, I'm weak at comping, playing chords, and I would like to be better when I play chords behind a sax player. Well, here you go. From that point, you can decide on what materials and what topics you will try to practice in order to get this thing better. On the other hand, it could go by experience, but I doubt that by just going through the motion again and comping for a sax player all the time that you'll get better. You're most likely to repeat the same mistakes. So you need focus and you need planning ahead what you're about to do, and you need to, what your weaknesses are. Sometimes it can hurt to hear the truth, but you need to know what time it is in regards to your playing. So that's it for practicing. Always let me know if you have questions. I just wanted to, say a few words. Now for the second part of this short podcast, I wanted to look at The Shadow of Your Smile, which is a tune that was recently posted on the website. And it's a great song. It's often played as a slow bossa, right? And melody goes like this. Right. It's beautiful. It's like sentimental and moody. It's a straight 8 feel, Latin, but I wanted to do a harmonic analysis. First thing you have to do is identify the structure of the song. If you don't have the chart at hand, you can pause this podcast and go on jazzguitarlessons.net/shadow of your smile, and you'll find a chart there. First thing you want to do is be aware of the structure, right? So the structure of the song is 8 bars, 8 bars, 8 bars, 8 bars. It's simply 32, just good old, standard form. The way the sections are laid out, though, it's A, B, A, C, and both A sections have the same chords and the same structure, right? So that's the first thing you want to start by seeing the big picture, seeing the forest before you see the trees, actually. So you look at that. So let's start by analyzing first A, right? So the 4 chords in the first 4 bars are really only 2, 2, 5. So if you play them in shell voicings, right? F sharp minor 7, B7, E minor 7, A7. At the beginning, it sounds as if we're sort of going into an E minor sort of feel because the tune's in E minor or G major, right? And you sort of feel like the F sharp minor could be a minor 7 flat 5, but that would really give it a really harmonic minor, really minor dark sound. And I think that's why this tune is such a hook, you know, it's such a hit, because you have not so much darkness at first. Okay, so in other words, first 4 bars are 2, 2, 5 progressions, a whole step apart. It's not going to the key of D major, as you could think of it as a 3, 6, 2, 5 in D major, but it's not. It's just independently F sharp minor, B7, E minor, A7. So we don't yet have that minor E minor dark, you know, sound of a minor 6, and we don't even get it in the tune anyways. So now let's jump to the next 4 bars of the A section.
Hey guys, just a quick note. If you're enjoying this content and you're eager to boost your own jazz guitar playing, then connect with us. We've transformed the jazz skills of thousands of guitarists. You can find the link in the description or head directly over to jazzguitarlessons.net to begin your journey. Alright, let's dive back into the episode.
A minor 7 to D7 to G. So it's just 2, 5, 1, 4 in the key of G major, right? So I'll play it from the beginning. You can play along with me. It's F sharp minor, first chord, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to A minor, G, C. So this is pretty straightforward. You could be playing sort of a G major all the way through if you decide to improvise like this. Your problem spots, though, will be the C sharp note, right? The very first note of the first bar of the melody. This is not in G. It would be like G Lydian, so it doesn't count. Same thing for your B7, for your A7, you need to know where you're going with that. But all in all, it's better to see them as separate 2 5s, first 4 bars. Then next 4 bars, whoa, we're just in G major, it's quite nice. Now let's do the analysis of the B section. So we're in bar 9 now. The first chord is F sharp minor 7 flat 5. So basically what we're seeing there is F sharp minor 7 flat 5, B7, some sort, flat 9 altered, going to E minor. Aha, so now the E minor could be a 7th if you decide to do so, especially because in the late bar of bar 9, 10, 11, 12, bar 12, you see a slash D. So it could be E minor over D, because we're leading to the C sharp, right? So 2 5 in the key of E minor, resolving to a kind of E minor 7 sound, right? Then the next 4 bars of the B is C sharp minor 7 flat 5, F sharp 7, which is very, very minor. So here again, another 2 5 in minor that's not really, you know, related to the key of the moment. Is simply implying we're going to B minor. Next 2 bars of the B section, it's a sus sound of a B, some sort of a, like this. And then we're going to a B7 to go back to the top. So all in all, so far we've done A and B. A section, not so bad. B section, oh, 2 separate minor 2/5s, and sus chord by the end. It's pretty straightforward. Now we're getting back to the juice. The juice is really at the end. So after you've done A, B, you go back to A. That's all good. Now let the fun begin. That's the climax. So this is the last two bars of the second A section. And we're going from B minor 7 flat 5, or here, to E7. So this whole thing, in fact, is just an A minor 2/5, right? B minor 7 flat 5, E7 altered of some sort, going to A minor. And it's good because next chord is A minor, of course, right? So that's our A minor. And then there's a little thing. Now we're starting to see the C section. C section is the last 8 bars. A minor, okay, no problem with that. Then we're going upper minor third. See it like this. So you see it like an A minor thing that you just go up a minor third and do the 2/5 from there. So you have A minor, C minor 7, F7. And then next chord is once again chromatic. You just go down to B minor 7, E7. Then A7, which is a 2 chord. Remember, we're in the key of G major, right? So A7 is a 2 chord where 2 dominant, and then regular 2/5 back to G. So once again, the whole last 8 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, A minor 7, C minor 7, F7, B minor 7, to E7. That the 2 dominant, A7, A minor 7, D7. And the last chord, I mean, if you're going to wrap up at the beginning of the form, we could have a discussion about this. You could be playing B7 the last bar or something like that. In general, you could just sit on the G major for 2 bars and it should be fine, right? So that's all for the analysis of Shadow of Your Smile. Once more, A, B, A, C. Be super careful about the C section. Super important. And it can be somewhat challenging, to improvise on the last 8 bars, but make sure you spend the time to identify what are the 2/5s. Let's say A minor, C minor 7, F7. Just see that as a 2/5, that's a minor third up. Then B minor 7, E7, so another 2/5. And then A7, organize your thoughts together instead of seeing each chord one chord at a time. Or else, I mean, it'll take you a year to learn the tune, right? So you need to see things in block. And so far, in this analysis, what we've done in C, 2 chords at a time, right? 2, 5, the 1, the 4, depending. So I'll leave you to a little bit of improvisation on Shadow of Your Smile, and I'll see you on jazzguitarlessons.net. Improve your jazz guitar playing with a real teacher.
Thank you.